Imagine for a moment that starting today, no one and nothing could ever dictate how you feel again. Picture a life where insults bounce off you, rejections slide past without pain, and betrayals leave your mind untouched. How often have you allowed someone else's words to ruin your mood, to cloud your thoughts, to steal your energy for hours, even days? How many times have you replayed a confrontation or a slip of the tongue, wishing you had responded differently? We've all been there, trapped under the weight of our emotions, feeling small, weak, and exposed. Feeling like every slight, every failure, every unfair word chips away at the power we should own. But here's the brutal truth. That weight only controls you if you allow it. The moment you choose, it can vanish. This isn't about becoming cold, heartless, or losing what makes you human. This is about becoming immovable, unshakable, untouchable. Machiavelli knew centuries ago that true influence comes not from wealth, fame, or brute force, but from mastering yourself first. When you hold your emotions like a sword in your hand, no one else can wield them against you. No one can pull your strings or bend you to their will. No one can steal the peace that belongs to you alone. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to guide you through powerful strategies to build an inner fortress. You'll discover how to stop reacting automatically, how to think with precision instead of impulse, how to carry yourself in ways that command respect and disarm manipulation. But first, I want you to make a commitment to yourself right now. Write it, say it, feel it. I am stronger than any feeling. I own my mind, my heart, my power. Repeat it until it becomes a part of you, because when you do, you've already taken your first step toward becoming untouchable. Let's start with the first principle. Destroy emotional vulnerability. Let's be honest. Most suffering doesn't come from lack of money, opportunities, or recognition. It comes from giving others the power to control how we feel. When someone criticizes you and you immediately feel offended. When someone disappoints you and you spiral into sadness. When anger rises in your chest at the slightest insult. That's giving away your power. Someone else is pulling the strings and you are dancing. That's emotional vulnerability. And here's the cold truth. People notice this weakness. They exploit it. They push buttons to see what will break you. Machiavelli understood this long ago. He said, "He who wishes to be obeyed must first learn to command." And how can you command anything if you cannot command yourself? The first step to freedom is mastering your reactions. Learning to pause before you act. To think before you speak, to respond with power instead of impulsiveness. When someone disrespects you, don't give them the satisfaction of seeing you crumble. When life challenges you, don't react with despair or frustration. Stand firm. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions. Emotions are human. They're energy that can fuel or destroy you, depending on how you handle them. Think of your feelings like fire. Controlled fire warms, cooks, illuminates. Uncontrolled fire consumes everything in its path. Start small. The next time someone tries to provoke you, breathe. Wait. Let silence speak before words escape your mouth. Let them wonder what's happening inside your mind. That uncertainty gives you influence. The calmer you remain, the stronger you become, because the world respects composure. The unshakable command, attention, trust, and loyalty. The person whose emotions are untouchable becomes untouchable themselves. Now, promise yourself, never surrender your feelings to anyone again. They are yours, and yours alone. Repeat this. I am the master of my emotions, not their servant. Write it down, declare it, embody it. Because once you destroy emotional vulnerability, control shifts back to you. Power begins to flow. You start becoming unstoppable. Number 2, Think strategically, like Machiavelli. Life is won by those who calculate, not those who react. Most people live at the mercy of their moods. A compliment lifts them, an insult crushes them, a slight leaves them lost. They swing between highs and lows, predictable, easy to manipulate. But strategy demands detachment. It demands calculation over impulse. Machiavelli taught that the wise act decisively and quickly, while fools are trapped in emotional indecision. Every moment you act while angry, jealous, or fearful, you give away your advantage. Every time you allow emotions to dictate action, you gamble your power. Think of that time you sent a rash message, made a hasty decision, trusted too easily. That is the cost of uncontrolled feeling. Strategists ask a different question. What is the smartest move right now? Imagine someone tries to humiliate you publicly. A reactive outburst makes you weak. Laughter, calmness, composure makes you strong. Control itself is victory. Relationships are another battlefield. Most fall into traps because they ignore red flags while chasing pleasure or comfort. The strategist sees patterns, motives, and actions clearly. Words are noise, behavior is truth. Every time a strong emotion arises, pause, ask, if I react now, who benefits? Choose the move that advances you, not the move that gratifies emotion. This is not heartlessness, it is foresight. Calm awareness puts you 3 steps ahead of everyone lost in their feelings. Calm, precise, untouchable. Number 3, achieve mental autonomy. Detach from external approval. Most people are slaves to what others think. Likes, comments, praise, applause become their measure of self-worth. This is subtle slavery. When your value depends on the opinion of others, you give them the keys to your mind. Machiavelli observed this centuries ago. People judge appearances, not substance. Today you are admired, tomorrow despised. Today a hero, tomorrow a villain. If your self-esteem rides the waves of others' opinions, you are never stable, never free. The solution is autonomy, self-rule. Recognition and validation must come from within. When you detach from external approval, you become solid, unmovable, and free. Notice when you seek applause. Ask yourself, if no one noticed, would I still feel proud? Begin giving yourself the praise you normally wait for others to offer. Affirm, I did well, I am proud of me. Understand that those whose approval you chase are often too focused on their own lives to control yours. Once you internalize this, you become untouchable. External opinions can neither lift nor break you. Number 4, eliminate the small weaknesses that hand over power. Often, it's not the grand mistakes, but the tiny habits that betray us. Over-explaining, oversharing, or showing too much emotion to the wrong people. Each is a gift to manipulators. When someone challenges you, resist the urge to justify yourself repeatedly. A powerful person states their position once, clearly, and moves on. Oversharing is another trap. Exposing fears, struggles, or private matters gives others ammunition. Machiavelli's wisdom resonates here. It is double pleasure to deceive the deceiver. People exploit weaknesses when you provide them. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Only those who have earned it should enter. Everyone else should see only what you allow. Guard your inner life like a fortress. Practice speaking with intention. Silence adds weight. Control your emotional leaks. Process your feelings privately instead of scattering them carelessly. Set boundaries. Before you speak, ask, does this empower me or expose me? If it exposes, hold it back. Mastering this makes you unpredictable, respected, and untouchable. Repeat this affirmation. I guard my power like a fortress. let it cement in your mind. Because true power is often hidden in what you choose to protect, rather than what you display. Number 5. Use calmness and silence as weapons. Silence does not signify weakness. Calm does not mean a lack of authority. On the contrary, both silence and composure are some of the most potent tools you can wield. Yet most people fail to understand this because they are trapped in a cycle of constant reaction. They feel compelled to respond to every slight, defend themselves at every challenge, and fill every quiet moment with words. But here's the reality. The person who masters silence controls the energy of the room. They dictate the atmosphere without saying a single word. Consider the last time someone tried to push your buttons. Maybe they shouted, mocked, or provoked you into confrontation. If you responded with fury, you handed them your energy. But if you remained still, gazed at them with unwavering focus, and said nothing, the balance shifted instantly. They anticipated chaos. Instead, they met calm. That calm unsettles them. Uncertainty weakens them. Machiavelli understood this perfectly when he noted that the lion cannot defend against traps, and the fox cannot protect itself from wolves. The lesson is clear. True strength is not always about roaring or dominating. Sometimes it is about observing patiently, waiting, and striking at the precise moment like a fox. Silence becomes strategy. Calmness becomes authority. Silence does 3 crucial things for you. It shields you. You withhold your intentions and feelings until the right time. It disorients others. People expect reactions. When they are denied, they falter. And it commands respect. Those who remain composed under pressure appear stronger than those who succumb to emotion. Master silence, and people pause before testing you. Master calm, and you demonstrate to the world that no storm can shake you. In a world filled with noise, the quiet individual becomes the most formidable presence. But silence does not equal inaction. It is purposeful. It is patience. It is listening, observing, calculating, waiting until your actions or words carry maximum influence. The next time someone tries to embroil you in conflict, remember, silence is your armor, calm is your fortress, and those who stay unshaken when others falter always emerge victorious. Repeat this. My silence is my shield. Commit it to your mind. Your words become your power. Number 6. Learn to see people's essence, not their facades. Most individuals present masks, charming smiles, flattering words, loyalty displayed only when it serves them. Yet beneath every mask lies intention, behind every promise, a concealed plan. To become untouchable, stop measuring people by what they say. Start measuring them by what they consistently do. Machiavelli articulated this centuries ago. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few know what you truly are. Appearances are crafted. Masks are wielded to influence, but those who observe patterns, actions, and repeated choices see the truth. Think about it. A friend promises unwavering support, but vanishes when you need them most. A co-worker praises you openly, but schemes behind your back. Words are transient. Actions reveal reality. The advantage of discerning truth beneath the surface is freedom. You will no longer be deceived by false affection, betrayed by manipulative schemes, or misled by illusions. You interact with reality as it is, not as it appears. How do you cultivate this perception? Observe more, listen less, study patterns, not promises. Watch behavior over time. Note how individuals act when their interests are challenged. Observe if deeds align with words. Masks exist everywhere. Social media amplifies them. Fake lives, curated perfection. Work environments thrive on pretense, fake respect, hollow smiles. Even in intimate relationships, masks appear when people seek leverage. But if you train yourself to pierce the facade, you cannot be manipulated. Repeat this. I see through the mask to the truth. Commit it to the mind. When you discern people's true nature, you reclaim power. No disguise can hide from your perception. Number 7. Guard against blind trust and emotional dependence. Trust is noble, but in the wrong hands, it is a weapon. Many utter, "Just trust me." Yet, these words often exist to lower defenses. When trust is given without discernment, you surrender your power, handing over access to your emotions, secrets, and sometimes your future. Machiavelli warned, the promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present. Interests change, motives shift. People are not constants. The danger lies not only in misplaced trust, but in reliance. Emotional dependency grants others control over your stability. Your mood, confidence, and happiness become contingent on someone else's behavior. A compliment lifts you, neglect crushes you. You become a puppet without even noticing. In the arena of power, dependence is vulnerability. Whoever you rely on most becomes your master. If leaving someone causes internal collapse, control resides with them. Betrayal is painful because of the power you unknowingly offered. The path to freedom is balance. Connect, but remain anchored in yourself. Care, but maintain independence. Keep part of yourself untouchable. Practical steps include: guard your private life. Oversharing invites exploitation. Observe how trust is handled in minor situations before extending it further. Build your own foundation. Cultivate self-respect, self-discipline, personal goals. Ensure stability originates from within. Trust becomes measured. Risk becomes calculated. Blind surrender ceases. Machiavelli recognized human nature. Everyone acts first in their own called interest. Forget this, and disappointment is inevitable. Repeat after me: I extend trust cautiously, and I never surrender my stability fully. Let it reinforce your mind. Depend less, and you become unbreakable. That is true power. Number 8. Master yourself to master your world. Every great domain begins within. Control begins with the self, not with others, not with circumstances. True dominion arises when your mind, habits, and emotions are disciplined. Without self-control, even without chains, you are a prisoner. Machiavelli wrote, "He who adapts his policy to the times prospers." Strength lies not in noise or intimidation, but in adaptability, discipline, and composure. The world tests relentlessly. People insult. Life punishes. If you are weak internally, you falter. But if your mind remains steady, your body endures, your discipline holds, you don't merely survive, you dominate. Self-mastery demands 3 pillars. 1. Emotional regulation. Do not allow anger, envy, or fear to dictate your choices. Emotional reactions cloud judgment and reveal weakness. If insulted, pause. Silence grants advantage. 2. Habitual discipline. Power is constructed daily, rising early, completing what you start, honing your mind and body. These small acts fortify your inner rooms. Fortress. Weak men let impulses dictate life. Strong men govern them. 3. Independence. Do not tether your peace to approval, attention, or recognition. Internal value is your foundation. When your sense of self is internal, no external force can destabilize you. Visualize yourself as a sovereign of your internal realm. Thoughts are citizens, emotions are soldiers, habits are laws. A chaotic kingdom can never dominate external territory, but a disciplined, ordered mind renders you invincible. Power does not come from drama, recognition, or noise. It originates in the decisions you make when no one watches. No one can harm you if you refuse to surrender control. Words cannot fracture you if you manage responses. Betrayal cannot sway you if your reliance, mon-neji, is self-contained. Every step towards self-mastery, emotional control, and strategic vision strengthens an impervious fortress. Life will challenge you. People will manipulate, disappoint, and provoke. That is unavoidable. The untouchable individual navigates with clarity, feels without submission, acts without hesitation. They do not chase power, they embody it. Machiavelli observed, "Men shrink less from offending one who makes them fear than one who makes them hope." People respect clarity, control, and strength. When you deny them leverage, when you withhold your peace from their judgment, you rise above all. Begin today. Commit to self-protection. Nurture emotional resilience. Sharpen your mind. Study intentions. Anticipate motives. Act deliberately. Construct your inner fortress as if your life depended on it. Because it does. Post your affirmation. Speak it aloud. Let it echo until it is inseparable from your being. I am stronger than any emotion. I perceive the truth. I rule my world. Like, share, subscribe if this video has illuminated clarity, power, or courage. Carry these lessons. Once you master yourself, no external circumstance can ever diminish you. Walk out of this video untouchable, silent, composed, powerful. And remember, your legacy begins with self-mastery. Nothing and no one can disturb that. Again.